What's up, guys? I got the keys here, back with another video. So today we're going to talk about how you do not need anything outside of yourself. Okay? So this is about sovereignty. This is about being whole. Okay? You are a whole being within yourself. You do not need a relationship. You do not need the cars. You do not need the money. You do not need the house. You do not need the friends to be who you are, right? Because there's a lot of these sayings like, my partner is my other half, or whatever, but no, your partner is another whole being. You are whole within yourself, therefore you attract another whole being. If somebody is half of you, then where is the other half within you? That means you're only half a being. That doesn't make sense. You are whole. You are sovereign. You make your own choices. Okay? You have your own life to live. So that partner has their own life that they're living, and then they come in and share yours with you, right? And you share theirs with them. That's how that works. So we don't want to look at it like we're searching for something outside of us, because every time that we're looking for something outside, we're really looking for what's inside already, right? We're looking for that love. We're looking for that joy. We're looking for the compassion of our inner self. That's what we're looking for. This goes back to my video from yesterday about the kingdom of God is within you. Go back within the self, not your outer self, not me, not the ego, right? The inner self, the infinite self, the one that lives forever. This being has everything because it is everything. So it needs nothing. Literally, it needs nothing but itself, because love sustains itself. So my advice here is stop searching outside of you. Stop waiting for everything to prove that you're successful, or that you're rich, or that any of this, right? You are rich. You are already wealthy. You might not be monetarily wealthy, but you are wealthy in the fact that you have breath. You're able to see. You're able to go outside and walk. You're able to take a trip. You're able to go down to the park and do what you want, right? You're able to go hang out with friends. That's wealth. And we need to drop the idea that in order to feel whole, we need to have money, success, the relationship, the best house in the universe. I know I've went through this, and I still go through it, right? It's just part of the journey, guys. And you're going to experience it at some point. So that's why I'm making this video, right? I want you to know that you are supported. You are taken care of, even if it doesn't seem like it in the moment. Nothing is permanent. Everything visits, and therefore nothing can last forever, So, we also have to release attachment to things. So there's this funny paradox in the universe of the more that you actually don't need something, the more it comes, right? And I understand, like, you have a need for money and stuff to take care of bills and stuff, and I get that. But it's this detachment from it. It's like, okay, yes, I could use that money to pay my bills and whatnot, and that would be great, right? But if it doesn't happen that way, that's okay too, right? Um, I had to go through this when, like, I've talked about this a few times, but when I almost lost my apartment and stuff, it was that same kind of situation. I was like, man, like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. How am I going to accomplish this? I didn't have the money, guys. And here's the funny part is that my mom actually ended up finding a place that helps, you know, people pay their rent. So therefore, they actually gave me like just enough money to pay the rent for that month that I missed, and it was at least enough to hold the landlord over, right? And then I got a job in that meantime. I finally had gotten a job, and I actually still had an off feeling about that job. And I worked there for like a week, and I got a call from a different job that I liked a little bit more. I trusted a little more, and I ended up taking that job. So I had to be very cautious about how I use my money, right? But I knew that everything would get taken care of somehow. I just trusted. I had faith that, you know, I envisioned myself, you know, still living in my apartment. I envisioned myself being taken care of, and I knew that God would somehow provide for me, even if I can't see it right now. I trusted, I had faith, and I just kept moving like that, like I did, right? Um, so don't give up, you know, and follow your intuition. Trust that you're taken care of, and reassure yourself it's okay to use affirmations. Now, I'm not going to sit and tell you to sit here robotically and repeat affirmations, but when you're in a tight spot, yes, they can help recode, you know, your body and your DNA in order to calm the nervous system and become peaceful again. Because a lot of these outer interruptions will, you know, disrupt the nervous system. It'll put you in anxiety mode or, you know, worry mode or whatever else. And if we're there, then we're going to attract more of that worry, more of that anxiety. And so if you affirm to yourself that, hey, I'm okay, I'm taken care of, and I know that I'll be supplied for, right? This reassures yourself. And then you can switch back, right, to your normal peaceful state. Um, so so stop looking outside yourself. No more signs. No, none of that, right? And I'm not saying again that signs are not real, okay? But here's the thing: is signs are a they are a statement of the state that you are in, right? The state of consciousness that you are in. So, like I've said before, if you're seeing numbers or anything else, the numbers are simply stating where you are at within consciousness. So, you know, I've said this before, but if you're seeing 888, right, you're in a state of wealth. Doesn't necessarily mean money's coming, but it does mean that you are in a state of wealth. Therefore, you will have everything you need supplied to you. Um, I'm not going to go through all the numbers, but you get the point, right? Um, so trust in yourself, guys. Trust in the source, and just keep moving. You don't have to do everything perfectly right, because you know you're gonna fail at some point, and that's okay. That's part of the journey too. You fail and you get back up. Okay. Um, with that being said, guys, I am doing one-on-one consultations. If you are um, looking to upgrade your life, then please set up a video call with me. We can sit down and chat about some stuff, figure it out, where you want to go, what you want to do, you know, all that good stuff. So all of that will be down in the description. All you got to do is email me with your name and a short description of what you're going through. And I will see you guys in the next video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.